front for me, dude. Look at the food, not me.
Morning, guys.
We're at the Rusty's Market and we have
Bakery over there.
2 of these bacon and cheese rolls. They're actually massive. And we have this amazing looking white chocolate filled raspberry croissant. We also have some sugarcane juice. I got pineapple and Chen got mango. We're gonna have breakfast, then we're gonna head on the road to Hartley.
See the crocodiles.
As we entered day 4 of our Australia trip, we went north from Cairns to Port Douglas. On our way there, we stopped at the Hartley Crocodile Adventures, a wildlife sanctuary that claims to be one of the only parks in the world where you can see the staff interact with large crocodile species this close.
That is why you see the crocodile warning signs on our beaches.
These are the famous saltwater crocodiles, or salties for short. They are the world's largest crocodile species, with a fully grown male capable of reaching 6 meters in length. That's 19.685 feet for all you weird ones out there. They are without a doubt one of the most fearsome animals on this planet. However, before we experience the power of the big boys, we decided to start by visiting the saltwater's much smaller cousin, the freshwater crocodiles. Despite the name, freshwater crocodiles can actually stay in saltwater, while the saltwater crocodiles actually prefer to stay in freshwater. Really makes you question the naming process of these animals, huh?
So what we have here, guys, is quite the collection of freshies, a lot of big males.
Although they are the smaller ones, their jaws can still deliver a nasty bite, judging by what they're doing to this chicken.
Chicken flying.
After watching the keepers feed the freshies, we want to have a closer look at their power ourselves.
So we just finished a tour for both the saltwater and the freshwater crocodile.
feeding.
And now we get a chance to feed the freshwaters. So we're gonna get 2 go. Sharon's gonna have her go first. So are you ready?
Oh, this one's a big one.
Yeah, it's quite a big one. Oh, there's another one I saw you. Nice. Oh, got it.
Look at the Oh. There you go. Yeah, left one. Time for you.
Alright, I got my eyes on this one. People said to give them more interval exercise.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's it.
That was cool.
Didn't last very long, huh?
That was cool. Well, I got out of it once.
Besides the crocodiles, the park also keeps various native bird species that are certainly pleasant to the eyes. However, they are not our goals in this trip. Since we have already seen the freshwater crocodiles, it is time for the big boys.
Well, that'll do, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. That might be enough. Thank you. Cool. Out the front for me, dude. Look at the food, not me. Another one. Up, up, up. Beautiful. Give him a clap, guys. What a show, crocodile.
After feeding a crocodile, the next showcase is the infamous crocodile death row.
Yep, show him that bait. That's him. Bring him up. Bring him up. Alright, so he's got that bait. He's going to do a U-turn. Yep, away from that log. That's him. Yep, off the log. Back this way. Pull him. Pull him. Put your back into it. Watch he doesn't bind it. That's him. One more roll would be nice and that'll do it. One more bit for the fans. Oh, it's slow motion. So I'll go to the patience game with him, I reckon, today. Pretty cool stuff, eh guys? Don't see that in Sydney and Melbourne, do you?
Finishing the spectacular crocodile showcase, it is time to visit some of the other residents, including the world's third largest bird. Loves watermelon.
Why did he use? Oh, just fully on the ground.
But while we are feeding the cassowaries, I noticed some disturbance in the bush. It is a laughing kookaburra, hunting a Goliath stick insect, one of the largest stick insects in Australia. Because of the large size of its prey, the kookaburra had to break the stick insect apart in the simplest way possible, the super smack. After eating part of the insect's carcass, it nodded to assert dominance. And back at it again. After finally consuming the entire insect, the kookaburra disappears into the bush, leaving only its laughter to show us how it got its name. That was a wild spectacle to end the day with, showing both the beauty and brutality of nature at its best. But as the sun began to set, we continued our way north to Port Douglas, a large beach resort of a town. It is the 5th day of our trip, and we began it by visiting the Port Douglas market that is held here every Sunday. The market is full of collections of unique trinkets and fresh tropical fruits, and it is certainly worth a visit if you ever found yourself in the area. Our destination of the day is the wildlife habitat in Port Douglas, a park mainly dedicated to preserve the native animals of North Queensland. It is here that Sharon has caught the attention of a certain resident of the park.
Oh my god! Hi! Are you trying to attack me or are you trying to... Oh my god, I'm sorry! Stop dive bombing me! Oh, stop hitting my GoPro! Yeah, he hit the GoPro!
Making our way past the birdhouse, we found ourselves in a big open area where the larger animals are at. And here, we found another adorable surprise.
I am coming here. Oh, those are... Oh my god! You see the leg? Oh my god, hi! Hello! Are you a bit cramped in there? Oh my god!
Besides birds, the wildlife habitat also hosts a number of rare local mammal species, including the elusive tree kangaroo. And because of the natural habitat in the park, there are often wild fruitbat colonies stopping here for shelter and food, such as this group of spectacled flying fox we luckily encountered. Unlike the stigma around them, these megabats are absolutely adorable, basically like flying puppies. Unfortunately, the spectacled flying foxes were recently listed as endangered due to the habitat loss, eradication, and a tropical heatwave around 2019 killing almost a third of their population. Here in Port Douglas, however, they live relatively in harmony with the people and are still fairly common in certain seasons. With the sun setting down, we left the wildlife habitat behind and began driving home. A long day of traveling can always be exhausting. Luckily, we already had dinner covered.
Here we have Chen barbecuing up our dinner. We have some sausages, pineapple, onion, and mushrooms. So, should taste good. How's the barbecuing going, babe?
It's very fun.
You feel like a true dad? You even got your sandals or thongs on your feet. Okay, I'm gonna go back in before I get bit.
So, we're going to be having this mango wine brought from the Shannon Vale winery we visited earlier. We had a taste of it. It's really good. I am very excited. We're gonna watch some Netflix and hopefully have a pretty relaxed night. So, I'm excited. So we made it to the beach. I came here last night, but the weather was really bad. Today is absolutely beautiful. Can't swim here though, because there's a jellyfish all year round.
And also crocodiles.
Yeah, fun. So we're gonna drive to Cairns. We have a tour, night tour into the jungle.
You're so excited.
I'm very excited.
FNQ Nature Tours is who we're going with.
Yeah.
So we're gonna drive back to Cairns, grab lunch, and get on our tour.
Yeah. Alright.
Out of all the activities on this trip, this is the one I'm most looking forward to, as this tour with the FNQ Nature Tour Company offers guided exploration into the Daintree Rainforest. It is also one of the few tour groups that offer night exploration, when all the nocturnal animals are out. Naturally, this is right up my alley. The first activity on the tour is a trip along the Daintree River, home of the saltwater crocodiles, on a zero-emission cruiser. The cruiser also comes along with its own mascot, Doug the dog. Before we depart, our Captain David explained the odds of us seeing one of the prehistoric beasts living in these lands.
It can be a bit of a challenge to find the crocodiles at this time of the year because the water's quite warm, so they don't need to get out and lie in the sun like they do in the winter. In the winter it's easy, they're all up smiling to the cameras all day long. But this time of year it's a lot harder. The water's very warm, it's about 31 degrees in there at the moment.
Lucky for us, there was one right after we started the journey. She's a young female, just about 3 meters long, and she is the first wild crocodile I've ever seen. Exploring the rainforest along the river is an unique experience, as it provides much wider view on things you have already seen before. Pretty soon, we found other colonies of the fruit bats. In these colonies, there are mother bats fanning their babies to keep them cool, which is certainly a sight to behold. And here we have an animal hiding in a tree. Can you see it? And here's a better view. This is the white-lipped tree frog, one of the more common frog species in the area. Our captain told us that there's another one of these that made the cruiser its home, and it's not long before we found it too. As we traveled deeper into the jungle, we started to see the evidence of the recent salty hatching season, as there are multiple baby salties just basking on the shore. However, the jungle is a harsh world. On average, only 1% of the baby salties survive to adulthood. Here's hoping that these little future giants can make it big. Getting back on land, we headed into the Daintree Rainforest, led by our guide Matt, who seems to know just about everything concerning the floras and faunas of this region.
A plant produces fruit from its trunk opposed to its branches. It's the original way in which fruiting trees began life. If you follow some of the vegetation up, you can see it looks like there's another plant suctioned onto it.
Yeah.
And if you come around further, you can see it a bit better. This individual, though, grows 1 centimetre every year.
Wow.
You're looking at about 4 metres of plant there. So that's 400 years old. Just that one right there. A very slow growing plant.
After flexing his plant knowledge, Matt took us to a different route, where there's a chance you can see the elusive forest dragon. This is one of my highlights on this trip, as it is here I took this legendary shot.
Oh, food. Did you see it? They just caught a bug mid-flight.
Film it. It's in the camera.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Yep, never in my life would I imagine myself being this lucky. Capture the footage of a forest dragon catching a cicada mid-air.
So pasta. We each have a drink. We're walking down to Cape Tribulation Beach for a nice dinner as we watch the sunset. Absolutely gorgeous.
Did you see something cool?
Spider.
Oh, cool.
Right
Going
there.
haywire.
Oh, cool. Yeah, nice one. I think it's called a garden orb, that one. Alright. Or sometimes a crab spider, people call it. Alright, let's rock and roll.
If you think exploring the jungle during the day is nerve-wracking, exploring at night is on a whole different level. Luckily, Matt was there to help us divert our attention to look for animals. The jungle is very loud at night with different sounds, one of which came from this little frog. However, Matt also found some unwelcome guests. These are the wild boars. They are invasive in this area, damaging the local habitat by digging up the dirt to look for food. As a preserver of this land, Matt was not happy with them.
Yeah, they're all rooting through here, dirty buggers.
As we explore deeper into the rainforest, we start to see some more elusive residents of the area, who may have been watching us ever since we got here. With a limited amount of torchlight to avoid damaging their eyes, we got a chance to observe these animals closer. On our way home, Matt suddenly pulled over, ran out of the car, and came back with one last surprise.
A couple of little teeth. Doesn't even hurt.
Quite lively, yeah.
Yeah.
Very mad.
Saving his life. They got me on the arm. Tiny little dots of blood, that's all.
Oh.
Nothing at all.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Oh, he's very mad.
And we need to let you go down there, buddy. Pretty cool?
Yeah, awesome.
Well, you might notice that we're in a new location now. That's because we're back at Cairns. We finished a nocturnal tour. It's so cool.
It was great.
Walking the jungle at night is like something else. It's completely different than walking it during the day.
Our guide was amazing.
Yeah, he is such a cool guy.
Yeah.
So we'll be staying here until our volunteer trip to the Great Barrier Reef, and we're going to the aquarium today. Excited? Since the end of this trip is to dive at the Great Barrier Reef, the Cairns Aquarium, if anything, is our way of doing homework before our dives, as the aquarium is full of marine species that can be found on the reef.
Oh, thanks. This is the taxi jumping one, right?
Yeah.
The females get taller than me.
So pretty.
Common tree snake. Yeah, it's this color.
Finishing exploring the reptile sections, we enter the ocean section, where we get a glimpse of what's to come. With the aquarium visited, so concludes the second episode of this trip. Although we have already explored a lot of far north Queensland, the journey continues. On the next episode of Chenesis Journeys, we're going out into the sea. We went on to the Fitzroy Island to become sea turtle carriers for a day. And finally, reaching the conclusion of this trip, diving in the Great Barrier Reef. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video or want to check out previous episodes, consider leaving a like and subscribe to the channel.